Welcome to year number 10 of Cascade Valley as we try to see if this team can get back in a national championship contention. We have so many new players that are actually getting playing time this season. We have a defensive coordinator who unfortunately signed a 3-year contract extension, but we have a new offensive coordinator who's bringing a little bit of flair to the team right now. Look at Jalen Clark saying new plays, new me. He's going all the way down to nearly the 30. Are you kidding me? It doesn't look like Jalen Clark got a little bit hurt at the end of that play. Might just have landed a little weird. Could be a little gas. We'll figure that out, but hopefully it's nothing substantial. This is a major year for this team, though. We're going to see where guys ultimately are netting out. And honestly, I feel very good with a new offensive coordinator and a new offensive system. We have guys that are ready to make a splash. And look at Joe Kendrick in the end zone. Former QB, turn running back. He's doing just fine. Now, if you're wondering who's going to ultimately be wearing number 8 this season, well, that goes to Matt Wilson on offense. Wilson was a 1,000-yard receiver last year, was super great. And look at this team get some pressure on the quarterback. Major play there, seeing some pressure. Love to see it. Dees was able to give back there. We see Hayes apply that pressure as well. We got a sack. We didn't really have a lot of those last season, so it was good to see something happen. And look at this. We stripped the quarterback. They recovered the ball, but look at the defense putting pressure. Those Kendall Owens in there getting the pressure. And look, I don't want to get too crazy out here, but I really think this defense could be next level. Okay. Let me chill. Honestly, our guys were looking pretty good until that moment, but it is what it is. This ball's thrown deep out to the right side, and Simeon gets a 10-yard grab that's nearly a first. Underneath center now, we're trying to get George Fry in there. They panic a little bit. We nearly had the pick with Simmons, but that one's going to be caught by Aaron Thomas. Kind of mossed Simmons a little bit. Got to give some props there, though. Honestly, I think Simmons did a pretty good job of, pressing up. He just didn't get the result that he wanted. I think it's super important not to get overhyped because, again, this is Appalachian State, but I think we have a really good opportunity to have an elite defense this year. We got playmakers everywhere. I mean, we have All-Americans that were ultimately benched for guys that were either incoming freshmen or guys that are just saying, like, it's my time to shine. I sat last year. Let me have a turn. Kendall Johnson can't quite get it, but George Fry stops nearly short of the mark. App State's going to line up for a really long field goal in my estimation. This has an opportunity. Well, Vaughn doesn't want to catch that one. He could have had an opportunity to return that one, but that one is going to be not good. And Michigan barely beats a very tough LSU who is a brand new quarterback this year. No more Chris Moore. Squad looking to get it together. Fullwood makes a little adjustment here. Clark comes into the backfield. Again, playbook is opening up a whole lot this year. Fullwood just trying to get this ball down the field, and he is McDonald for a big 29-yard scamper. Something we suffered from last year is just not getting the ball down the field. We had really no verticality. We kind of dinked and donked a little bit too much, and that hurt us towards the end of the season. Fullwood all by his lonesome in the backfield here. He's rolling. He's got his guy Burris, the fullback, getting involved. We saw him have some big plays last year. He's coming back in game 1 showing it. Warren Full was a perfect 4 for 4 in the afternoon. Look at Dawson finding gaps. This young guy isn't super fast, but he's got a lot of potential. That is one of the toughest challenges I think that we have at running the balls. We don't really have the speed in the backfield like we had in the past few seasons, but we got to rely on a veteran in Joe Kendrick and then a newcomer in Juice Dawson. But something we do have is an incredible offensive line. I would argue one of the best in the nation. For my money, and Juice Dawson doesn't get in, but he's down inside the 1. Got our heavy set out here. The handoff here to Dawson. Dawson goes a little too wide, and that one's going to be lost on 1. Dawson a little gas. Kendrick looking to spell him out a little bit. The veteran sees some room. He gets a huge pancake from the left tackle, and Joe Kendrick in like that to double the lead for Cascade Valley. App State gets an incredible kickoff return. Now they're down here with 2nd and short. Looking to make something happen. They go with a big run, and again, we are getting gassed there, but Lanier makes him pay for that big gain. Houston trying to watch the running back. Lanier, though, comes up. He has been a short tackler so far in his short spurt. App State opting to pass here. The quarterback's going to say, nah, screw that. I'm running it. Sam Dees to hold these. Bringing the pain here. Trying to get some pressure on the quarterback. He throws one, and I think Rodriguez Gibson was absolutely lost, but so was the receiver, thankfully. 4th and 1. App State going for it in their own territory. They get an absolutely monstrous gap, and that one goes in. We guessed the wrong side in App State. They get handsomely rewarded because of it. Matt Wilson lining up a QB here. Little read option. He's a dangerous dude when he gets in the open field, and he's showing the speed here. Matt Wilson trying to turn the edge. Can he outrun the defense? He cannot. He's going to get a major gain, though, putting us inside the 25, and what a play call. Fold under center. It's like a pistol formation. He sees the pressure. He's rolling. He's going to take it. Fullwood's got some room. He gets out of bounds, though, because we're trying to keep this man healthy all season long. Little wing bone coming up. Dawson gets the toss, doesn't quite get the blocks that he wanted, but he is able to cut and still get a positive gain. 2nd and 9, Vaughn in the backfield. Oh, what a dive. We're going to see Warren Fullwood hit Antonio Vaughn out of the backfield, and that is going to be another Cascade Valley touchdown in the first half. This team's on fire. The defense has had its moments, but they're still giving up way too many yards to a team like App State. They've got to do a little bit better consistently here. And we're going to see a group effort here to stop Paul Jenkins from getting out in the open. Houston responsible for the running back. They're going to choose a huge gap here, and again, App State's exposing our run defense, which is still not ideal. CMD's trying to get in the backfield. He's feeling a little bit of pressure here. George Fry slows him down. Christoph Houston brings him down for a loss of 3. Second and long. Jenkins again, feeling scared. Christoph Houston and company are there, and he's going to get brought down by Sam Dees. Trying to get a little bit of pressure. Looks like a screen, a wide receiver screen, not a halfback screen. That makes it a long 4th and 7. Fullwood lining up in a 5-wide set here. He sees a guy. He floats one. It's going to be close. This one is picked off by Johnson. Fullwood doesn't have just enough on it, and if he throws it maybe 3-4 yards more, that's a touchdown for Vaughn. Guys trying to do better here on defense. Houston's going to miss his gap pretty substantially, and Lanier gets the tackle. The interception by Fullwood obviously is a little unfortunate, but the coaching staff has really challenged him to do better at getting the ball down the field. And so far today, he's done it, but that play, he just underthrew it. App State knows that play keeps him right in this game, though. Jenkins in the backfield, hands it off to the running back. George Fry decapitates a man. They stick with the run. This one's going to be batted around. Hill's going to pick that one up. Pat Hill is going to find and be the benefactor of that. That ball went off one of our defenders there, off 42 shoulders, excuse me. It goes right to Pat Hill. Fullwood knows he missed one there. He had Vaughn on the release. The redshirt freshman was wide open. He just couldn't get the ball in his hands. Here, though, Fullwood is hit as he throws, and maybe he should have just kept that one. Something I'm noticing is that our kicker actually missed the extra point. Bailey only missed 2 extra points all of last season, and he's missed one already in the first game. Big 3rd down and 5. Fullwood immediately feels the pressure. Throws one here, and Porter Ryan, I believe, might have been his first opportunity to catch a ball today. Can't hold on to that one. Coach Mervin McMervin doesn't like all the momentum that they've seen happen for App State. He's going to go for one here. Doesn't like it. Throws one. Vaughn is going to go up and get that one and may have just saved the drive. What a catch by the redshirt freshman. Big-time players make big-time plays, and I think we just found out that Antonio Vaughn is one of those big-time players, and he's about to make some big-time plays as Juice Dawson goes for 10. Kendrick spelling Dawson here. Kendrick finds some room, and look at his vision getting so much better. Matt Wilson back in the QB. He's going to hold on to that, but they sent someone. They knew this man is not throwing it. We're going immediately after him and the running back. Second down, 15, a minute left here in the first half. Clark, wide open spaces. He's going to find the first down and gets us right where we need to be. Forward under center. He's going to bring in Porter Ryan. That is nearly picked off. Threw it too late. A second early. That might have been a touchdown. Second and goal. 42 on the clock. Forward rolling. Sees an opportunity. He's in the end zone. We'll take the 5-yard scamper to extend this lead now, which should be if the extra point goes into 20. Last play of the half. One would think Jenkins is going to get sacked to end the first half. Paul Jenkins has had a rough one in the pass game. The run game, he's been great, but passing, this defense is all over him. Welcome to the first halftime show of year number 10 for Cascade Valley, brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. If you play daily fantasy sports or ever wanted to play daily fantasy sports, Underdog Fantasy is the way to go. Use code GGB. They will double your deposit. You put down $3, they'll give you an extra $3. You put down $25, an extra $25. They will literally match your deposit up to $100. You can play games like fantasy drafts across NBA, NFL, tennis, esports, whatever you're essentially looking for, they got it. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to come in here and tell me, well, GGB, what about the recruits? We're excited. There's a whole lot of good ones. One of the big ones we found from day one is Tyrell Brown, an 80 overall, massive stud at halfback. Tyrell's got 96 speed and 92 acceleration. He's got really, really good stuff across the board. And what you can't see currently is he has 98 returns. So this guy could be a playmaker for us day one. There's Drifus Muhammad or Drifus Muhammad. I'm not sure how to say his name, but we'll figure it out. Great speed and acceleration here. Great carrying. He's got really good catching and route running. This might be one of the most polished receivers we've ever seen. And what's really good about him is we were actually #1 for him already. We had him visit in week 1. We went ahead and increased himself a little bit. This guy we should have locked up. We just got to cross our fingers. And then across the board, we have some good offensive linemen. We're looking at some corners potentially, some other receivers potentially. Not saying we're going to sign all these guys, but we got some opportunities. One guy I'm really excited about is Joe McBride, an 88 overall tight end who's got really good hands, can be really good in the blocking game. If you look at him, we're #1. We're pretty much locked up for this dude. So all we got to do is just wait a couple more weeks and he should be good to go too. And one of my favorites that I found as well is Morgan Williams, who's one of the last guys we found, an 81 overall outside linebacker, solid speed, but incredible acceleration. This guy could be a primetime player for us in the coverage game at linebacker and getting to the edge and make sure these guys stop running all over us. Oh, and did I mention that we locked in a corner, 85 overall? I'm here for it. Seriously, this could be the best corner we've ever locked in. Travion Wilson has 92 man coverage, 96 zone, and 92 press with 91 speed coming in. With 89 play rec, this guy could be a legend in Cascade Valley. Though obviously you're seeing what's going on in this game already, but I just want to point out for the Heisman rankings, we have Ben Powell in Miami. We have Jeff Cox over there at Texas. Our guy Warren Forward, the sophomore out of CBU. Derek Robinson, who we just beat last year in the Sugar Bowl. And then we have Stephen Crosby, a true freshman on the Heisman ranking after a 3-touchdown performance in week number 1. We'll see if he stays there. Something I don't show you guys enough is the players of the week. So we're gonna look at that. I believe this is Utah, David Truman, potentially against Utah State. I don't really know. He had 4 tackles, 3 assisted tackles, a forced fumble, and a forced recovery. And then you see Johnny Galea, who went for over 300 yards, 67 on the ground, and 5 total touchdowns. None of those guys compared to Warren Fullwood, okay? Brand new half for Cascade Valley. Jalen Clark coming in the backfield here. Clark turns up. He's going to grab one. If he just stayed in bounds, he could have had way more yards. Forward in the pass game was honestly still pretty good in the first half, despite obviously the interception that could have been a major touchdown for the squad. Forward's out here rolling, and wow, what a CB blitz coming off the edge. They were ready for him, and Forward goes down. Cascade Valley obviously not starting out the second half the way they wanted to. But we do see Forward hitting Porter Ryan. Not exactly a guy that is going to win any track meets, but he's going to find his way open on a lot of routes. He gets a huge 35-yarder. Keeping the passing going. First down again. Dawson slides out to the right-hand side. Dawson wide open. What a route there by Juice Dawson, who gets 13. Dawson ready to get another carry here. Goes up for not a lot. As quiet as Dawson has been on the ground, he's still averaging a little over 4 yards per carry, which you cannot be mad at. That is production, and we will take that every single time. Forward sees a guy. It's going to be Porter Ryan again. Another big route, and Porter Ryan fighting for his bread. 2 35-yard grabs this drive, and 1 was a touchdown. Paul Jenkins in the backfield by himself right now. 5 wide receiver set. He's feeling the pressure. He's throwing one deep. We got a couple of guys. Kendall Johnson can't quite get up to it. And what a grab there by Joe Simeon. That's a ball that if you intercept it, fans are leaving the stadium ASAP on that one. No shot they're staying to see anything after that. And look at their quarterback. Jenkins feeling himself a little bit and goes for 7. Second and short. Looks like a halfback screen. Houston gets duped by it a little bit. And then he ends up being part of the reason why that gets a drop for 3. Kendall Owens not in this play. Looks to be a little bit gassed at the moment. They go for one, and he drops that one. A huge stop on 4th and 6. App State struggling to get points outside of that early touchdown. They're going for a field goal here. That one is going to be caught. Vaughn catches it. Unfortunately, his toe hits the out of bounds line, but that could have been an opportunity for him to return one. It just, unfortunately, isn't going to be the case. We're up big, but we're trying to show people that we are the creme de la creme. We are the reason people come watch college football games, and Antonio Vaughn in his first game is showing up big down the middle. 68 yards later, Forward to Vaughn. We'll be seeing him. App State gets the ball back, doesn't really do much with it. We end up giving it right back to us. So we're going to see Forward say, I'm going to keep this one, and he's going to keep pushing. This dude is looking different this season. Forward staying in shotgun here. Got his guy Clark, and Clark gets another big grab. He's having a heck of a game. Third quarter is winding down. Forward already has 4 passing touchdowns. I believe he has 1 on the ground as well. It's just been a heck of a day for him, showcasing why he's on that Heisman list and why he's going to be at the top at the end of the season. Forward likes a little adjustment here. Sees his guy, Patrick McDonald. McDonald's going to push his way inside the 5 after a 17-yarder. This new offensive game plan, the playbook change, you're starting to see Warren Forward show that he is a 5-tool quarterback, and he will do everything he has to do to help this team get into the end zone. Juice Dawson's had a really good debut, and he's trying to get his first rushing touchdown of his career. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not coming on this play. Coach Mervin McMervin sends him right back out and says, get in the end zone, and Juice this time does. His first rushing touchdown. Got to imagine plenty more to come. A lot of our backups are going to be in at this point. There was an interception by Rodriguez Gibson that brought in, again, our offense yet again. But it's going to be the backups this time, letting these guys get some play time. And that's one of the benefits of playing a team like App State. Yes, they are good and they could potentially upset you, but we have a lot of guys that say we don't care. We're here to do something different. The defense continues to dominate, and we are looking to put up more points in offense. We don't care about anybody's feelings right now. We are just trying to absolutely cold-blooded dominate. And that was almost bad in 2 different ways. Something we noticed is that teams don't fear Cascade Valley the way they did when we were out there in our 3-peat. And we're going to make sure that teams once again fear Cascade Valley, whether it's in our stadium or theirs. They will fear this team. Patrick McDonald again comes in, and he is just as good as Warren Forward, and he's showing it out here. Look at Jalen Clark showcasing the moves, and he's in the end zone 26 yards later. The points just keep on coming. Now that App State has had a senior citizen put on them, they're trying to see if they can change things up a little bit. But guess what? It ain't gonna happen. 3rd down and 6. We got halfback screen coming up. They've got some great blocking going on. Our guys are trying to get there. Sam Diesel with the ankle tackle to stop him from getting to first. You might notice though, Coach Mervin McMervin has left a lot of the defensive starters in because he wants these guys to get some extra reps. They need an opportunity to make sure that they can show that they are an elite defense. And honestly, he doesn't like that App State even scored points today. He won 0 on the board for them. And for whatever reason, Warren Forward is back in the game, which Feels incredibly disrespectful to everyone at App State, but we don't care. Forward's going to get out of bounds, and we're going to walk out of here with a W. How last season ended is not going to sit right with Cascade Valley until Mervin McMervin is sitting there with everyone hoisting him up on their shoulders with a national championship trophy. Forward absolutely balled out today, and so did the offense, and the defense stepped up huge. App State, this wasn't your time. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.